Check, check, check. All right. Uh, how's it going, everybody? So it's today's today. It's Thursday. It's Thursday night. It's not my usual day, but I figured why not? I got time right now. Let me do another episode. Wait. Okay. I've been working on the intro outro song on GarageBand, which I don't have on my friggin' laptop. It's the stupidest shit ever. Apple says, "Oh, you need to have this latest version of fucking computer, otherwise you can't have our GarageBand because it says here you never had it." Fuck you. But I have it on my phone, so that's where I'm using it, and it's pretty much done. But I don't know. I'm still confused as to how to do shit on the GarageBand. It's not as straightforward and easy as it is on the computer. Oh, my apologies. As usual, I'm not wearing headphones. I want to fix that eventually. Still not sure how. Anyways, um, I forget. It's a bad habit of mine, I guess, to hold the damn microphone just a little too close. So I gotta hold it like a foot away or something. I don't know. Anyways, here's the song playing straight from my laptop. See what you think. It's uh it's 6 minutes. I need to trim it down, but have a listen to the original version pretty much. What do you think? Or oh shit, that's another one of those note to selves that I actually wrote it down, but I left it upstairs. It said, "Don't hold the freaking microphone too close to your face, and if you're gonna clear your throat, pause the fucking recording. Nobody wants to hear you fucking clear your throat." I listened to one of my own podcasts, and yeah, yeah, nobody wants to fucking hear that. It's shocking, isn't it? I just need to get used to pausing the podcast whenever I'm going to clear my throat, because like if I have to go use the restroom or something, I put it on pause, and I could just do the same thing if I have to clear my throat. I don't know what the fuck it is. I really don't. I think it's the area I'm in. I'm in a third world fucking country. They're fucking constantly spraying the people of this city. And I think a lot of people know what the shit is that they're spraying, right? It's ball, chemical elements, Ba and Al. Barium, don't just kill them, barium, yeah, and aluminum. So, which is why I eat a lot of cilantro, right? You need that shit, get the metals out. Anyways, I'll play you the other half, like, as an outro. I'm so ghetto the way I'm doing this shit, right? But it works. As long as it works, that's what counts. Okay, I actually wrote down. I was working on the podcast, even when I'm not doing a podcast. I'm constantly taking down notes, right, of stuff that I can talk about, or that I have something to say. I have an opinion on this or that, and yeah, I've write it down. Give myself some bullet points. So I finally put out a YouTube video that I recorded like 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I wanted to, I don't know, just sort of introduce myself, and because I thought, isn't that the better way? I mean, you just see random people just all of a sudden streaming on Twitch, and they expect you to follow them, but you don't even know who the fuck they are. There I go again. And either they're really good looking, and so that's going to motivate you to follow them or check them out, see what they're all about, and slowly get to know them, or they do not look very good, and I don't know how those people do it. I mean, maybe they stick to it and eventually they get a following. I don't know. Anyways, so I did a small intro video on YouTube, and you could tell I'm nervous, but also you could tell, much like my podcasts, they're improvised. Like I go in with an idea of what I want to do. I don't really like write it down, because not because I don't think that's the better way. I absolutely think that's the better way. But, and I've said it before, I don't think it matters right now. I mean, somebody might argue that if you treat it like it matters right now, when it does matter, or blah blah blah, fuck off. It'd be nice, sure, and I can kind of agree with that, but at the same time, like I said in the video that I uploaded recently, um, if I really just wait for perfection, I might never do anything. So hold on, I had to clear my throat again because I'm a genius. You know what I did right before I started recording? I I ate some fucking cheese. which is like the worst thing to do if you're about to sing or if you're about to record a podcast, right? Thankfully, I didn't, double down on that and drink some milk as well. But I have some water. I have a bottle of water nearby, two now. Although honestly, I hate to drink from a plastic, disposable plastic bottle of water. I mean, I think they should be fine. I think that plastic only becomes kind of dangerous and hazardous to your health if you put it under extreme temperatures. Like, I've known a lot of stupid people, I'm related to a lot of stupid people that will put the plastics in the freezer without understanding that you're putting the elements through a change. And you really shouldn't do that. I mean, you shouldn't use plastics in a microwave or for like extremely hot foods because of the fucking obvious reasons that you're going to be ingesting some of that plastic. It's the same reason why you're not supposed to use certain pans, certain skillets, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Use stainless steel, use ceramic, and if you got the money, use glass. Oh yeah, they exist. Google it. Or fuck Google. Search. Use a different search engine. Don't go for the fucking G. Like you don't know what the fuck the G is. I mean, it's only on every fucking FM's apron. I know they say that G stands for God or geometry. Maybe geometry. I doubt it stands for God. I think it's a seven, right? The seven heavens, the seven planets, the seven chakras. It's in numerology, right? Like if it's the seventh letter, that's a seven. So, ta-da. All right, let me check out my list of things. I don't want to talk about that. uh, uh. You see, sometimes I feel passionate about something. I want to talk about it, but if I let too much time pass by and I just didn't get to it, I'll look at it on the list and be like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't really care. That doesn't stimulate me in any way anymore. Let me see what does. Uh, oh. I think it's been like almost 2 weeks. And that's it. It's just, yeah, it's been almost 2 weeks since I've had coffee. Pretty proud about that. And even before that time, okay, because I don't know, I was feeling stupid. I was sick. So I had a cup of coffee, which, of course, didn't fucking help at all. But I was a little stupid and I felt like, well, I wonder what this will do. But, anyways, that was the only cup of coffee I had. And before that, it had been like, I think another week or two. And to be perfectly honest, I do miss it. I do miss it. In fact, I think it was 2 days ago where I was about to have some coffee. But I think 3 or 4 days ago, I had said to my parents, "Why don't you take the coffee with you? I don't want it here." And they did. I was surprised because I would have had some coffee 2 weeks ago. I was jonesing for coffee so bad. I was like, you know what? And I never do this. I think I'm gonna go out and get some coffee. I didn't do it, but yeah, those fucking demons. They want some coffee. Fuck them. Oh yeah, this is something. So I don't know if you pay rich people to watch bullshit movies. Let me explain what I mean by bullshit movies because they're not all bullshit, but the new stuff. That's what I mean by bullshit movies. The new stuff is pretty much garbage. I mean, if you see anything good, that is rare. Find out what company and who wrote it, who directed it, who greenlit it, who was the main boss and the producer and the publisher behind that. But you know why go to such extremes? Let me save you the time. It doesn't exist. Ah, shit. Apologies. I heard Dennis Quaid. Remember him from Great Balls of Fire and Inner Space? Love that movie. Dennis Quaid was talking about um, how the new Hollywood is in, fuck, you say Georgia or something? I don't know. There's like a, I'm not sure if it's Christian based movies or something like that. It seems like it might be, and I haven't seen those movies, but they might be worth watching. I mean, maybe you're not all religious and you're like, no. The message of Christianity is just it's too much. I think that was the feeling people had like 10 years ago. Like I remember even feeling like oh this is so it's so obvious what they want me to believe. It's catering to a certain style of thinking and believing and just sort of ignoring every other possibility. That was the stupid way that I saw those movies. Now seeing that is the reality of Hollywood movies where they're pushing an agenda, and that agenda seems to be that if your skin color isn't very if your skin color is not the right skin color, you're the villain. You're the villain because we say so. And if you're not the right gender, well, you better worship the right gender or pretend you're that other gender. What's it gonna be? I'm not on that. I don't care about Hollywood movies. Hollywood movies, I guess, since its creation, have always kind of been bullshit, satanic, but they used to hide it better. They used to offer you a great story in exchange for downloading into your minds some bullshit on the side. You didn't really notice it or you didn't mind it because the movies were good. And I know what the recipe is for getting that done. You want to hire extremely talented people that happen to believe in the wrong thing, but in their opinion, in their minds, it's the right thing. You hire them, and ta-da, recipe for fucking manipulation of the masses. But it was fun, and I enjoyed that. I could have honestly kept being ignorant of the truth if you just kept giving me good movies. So I don't know exactly what happened. Either they won, the bad guys won so entirely that they don't even see the need to put in that extra effort. Like you hear about studios like Disney and whatnot. We pumped billions of dollars into this next piece of shit that nobody wants. And it doesn't make any money. And then they do it again and again and again and again. It's like, what the fuck, man? Are you can somebody calculate? First of all, how much money do they have? Okay, so give me that number. And then how much money do they normally invest in a project? Okay, so then divide that so we can find out how many more of these fucking trash projects we have to put up with. I mean, Marbles was crap. I hated the Eternals. I actually watched that with my parents. That fuck scene where the guy's on top of that woman and he's like thrusting in the bitch. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Is this Disney? Guy's naked, right? You see his ass and he's on top of her and she's noticeably naked as well. You just can't see her breasts. No, not the sacred. Yeah, you can just see his ass thrusting into her. I don't want to fucking see that. I don't go to a Marvel movie trying to get stimulated sexually. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck you. I would like to strangle the motherfucker that greenlit that shit. Bob Iger, maybe? If, I'm not going to, but if I would have taken my daughter to see that shit, oh my God, I would have lost it. Like, fuck you, scumbag. Tell people ahead of time. Oh, and by the way, I know we're Disney and Marvel and for like over a decade, these movies have been action packed family movies, but now we're gonna throw in some fuck scenes. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would have been like, "Wow, okay, not interested." Fuck you. But you would have had some other fucking people going, "All right, I'm gonna watch it just for that." Thankfully, I just remembered what my rant was all about, so I can bring it back. Movies nowadays aren't worth paying for. You want a movie that's worth paying for? You got to go 10 years ago, 20 years ago. You got to go to movies from the past. Further back you go, the better they get. And I know you probably don't realize that. You probably think, no, oh, there's these one movies where people act like shit and do stupid stuff and act all reckless and then everything's okay somehow. Yeah, it sounds like a shit movie and maybe you need to grow up a little bit. And when you do and you look back at that movie, you're either going to see the truth as soon as if you have kids or not. As soon as somebody says, "Hey, would you show that to your kids?" and you're like, "Fuck no. I love my kids. I'm not going to show them this piece of shit." But then why do you love it? More than likely, you had shit parents. You saw it when you were a kid, and it gives you feelings of nostalgia. I'll give you a great example. I love Fight Club. I love Natural Born Killers. Those movies are works of art while at the same time being total pieces of shit. Honestly, honestly, besides Fight Club being insanely motherfucking entertaining, seeing those motherfuckers' performances, it's like art. And David Fincher's directing. Don't even get me started on Oliver Stone's motherfucking insanely artistic style of directing. Still pieces of shit. Yes, I'm going to consider it a piece of shit if by watching it, you don't feel good, you don't feel hopeful. It's just apathy, dystopia, nihilism, just all the shit that makes you dead inside so that you get confused into thinking that, oh, now that I'm numb, I'm actually happy. Now that I don't care about anyone or anything, I'm happy. No, you're confused. That's not happiness. So, as much as A Clockwork Orange and Eraserhead are like works of art to me, um, there's really no redeeming quality in them. There's more cons than there are pros. They're done amazingly. Like, wow, that's I would love to do that. But then you kind of grow out of it and you look back on it and you're like, oh, I was a rebellious teenager, and so this spoke to me in ways that only a rebellious teenager could accept in a positive light. When you grow up, you have kids, you realize what life really is and what life really isn't. You look at stuff like that and you just can't help but think how much damage this must have done to a lot of people. Good for Stanley Kubrick, David Lynch, Oliver Stone. Who the fuck else did I mention? I don't know. Who gives a shit? Good for them for getting it out of their system, being able to look at that amazing work of art that they achieved with, I mean, with all the talented people that helped them achieve it. But besides that, did it really contribute to humanity in any way? No. I would say no. I would say the very, very small fraction of a percent where it helps somebody feel like, I'm not alone. I feel like this too. I get it. I get it. I was a fan of Eminem's till I realized he's in the club. Motherfucker. By the way, I heard something interesting today about Eminem. I'm not sure if it's true. I heard it in the this one YouTube guy, this one dude that morbid facts. And then he numbers his morbid facts. Did you hear that shit? God damn. That was the neighbor. The neighbor has one of the most annoying fucking alarms. It sounds like the cops. Why would you want to have a fucking car alarm that sounds like the police? Stupid shit. Never mind. Okay, so what I heard today is that after Eminem had talked shit in what was the video that I think it's called Just Do It, right? Just funny that Shia LaBeouf got memed with that shit. Um he was making fun of Michael Jackson, and apparently Michael Jackson got revenge by buying out his library of songs. I have no idea if this is true, but if it is, Damn, that motherfucker was amazing. So, so if he bought the library of Eminem, then I guess you're never going to really hear that music again. Except since he died, who got the rights? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. I thought that was funny. If that was true, that was some awesome shit. So, I don't pay for movies. I hardly even watch movies anymore. I used to. I mean, that was pretty much my religion. I knew everything about everything when it came to movies, comic books, video games, music. I was deep in the religion of pop culture, and it sucked. Television, God. Now I don't see the point, especially since they don't even put in the effort anymore, which I think is stupid, lazy, and it does make me a little suspicious. Like, why? I mean, are people literally stupider now? I heard somebody saying the opposite, which is just hilarious. I know that new people are gonna gravitate towards this answer. Apparently, anybody born before the fuck year was it? Something like 1990s. Uh, they used to use a different type of gasoline that had different types of fumes that made everyone stupider from my generation. And everyone afterwards is just apparently smarter. So it's not that new people are dumber, even though I constantly see videos of proof that the new people are dumb. It's that people from my generations are stupider. That's what it is, right? Well, I disagree. But I guarantee you that the Gen Zs are going to be like, yeah, I knew it. We're geniuses. Anyways, geniuses. I recommend everyone pirate motherfucking movies. Now, I'm not saying make money off of this shit, right? But go to a website, watch the shit for free, don't pay for it. The only reason you should ever pay for it is because you want to. Don't just automatically do it like they deserve it. You have no fucking idea if they deserve it or not. You have no idea how many movies I thought would be good, and then I just check it out on a free website, and I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I didn't pay to see this piece of shit. Like honestly, the only movie that I would have gladly paid for was Deadpool, which I ended up watching it 3 times. I enjoyed it every time. Now that movie is not a perfect 10. It's, I guess, when the awe wears off. I guess it's like, I don't know, man. It might be a 7, but again, I'm a fan, so I give it an 8. And like I said before, there's a couple of things that would have made it go up for me, but it was still a great movie, fun movie, and it had actual actors in it. All the new actors kind of suck, kind of lifeless delivery. There's a phoniness to it. Like this chick with what the fuck is her name? The new pretend bullshit Snow White. Zegler, Wegler. I don't know. I don't want to know the bitch's name. Fuck her and her stupid eyebrows and the dumb character she plays. And fuck anybody that keeps fucking hiring this bitch. I liked Hunger Games. Why did you fucking give that role to her? You idiot. Fuck you people for hiring this bitch. I heard that there was going to be a new Hunger Games. I got excited. I was like, all right, I like these movies. Maybe a good movie is coming out. Then I saw the bitch in the trailer, and I'm like, oh man, I'm not gonna watch this movie. So I saw it on the free website, not the whole thing. Honestly, like 5 minutes, 5, 10 minutes, and I was pretty well aware that this is trash. I couldn't watch it. Now, that's not Zegler Wegler's fault. That's a fucking team effort. That movie was shit. But honestly, it didn't it inspires me even less for whatever the fuck she does next. Saw the trailer for Snow White. I saw that sort of sneak clip of a rendition of one of the original songs and how they tweaked it. You do this and you do this. It's fucking stupid. So I I think it's a lie. I think the whole movement of girl power is a forced lie, even by the people that claim they believe in it. Not sure I'm saying it correctly. What I mean is the people that are putting out the message like women can do everything, anything, in fact, better than men, anything. Something just comically ridiculous exaggerations and just sort of acting like belligerent children when somebody says, that's actually not true. They're like, how dare you kill him? Someone lock him up and murder his family. Stupid, over the top shit. Now, I grew up a fan of WWE, used to be WWF, so I know over the top shitty acting. My apologies to all of the wrestlers, but come on, I think they know that they're not the best actors in the world because look, amazing actors only act. Wrestlers have to do two things really well: wrestle and acting. Except one of those two things is a life or death situation. If you fuck up a line, you're not going to die. You'll be fine. You can try to fix it up somehow. If you fuck up wrestling, you can fucking die. So I'm not trying to shit on them for being shitty actors. I get it. One of those two talents is more important than the other one. Anyways, the reason I bring them up, I grew up watching this sort of cheesy acting, but I loved it. I don't care if they're not Oscar worthy performances. I wouldn't want them to be. I wonder what wrestling would be like with Oscar worthy performances. Can you imagine that shit? That would be, I would hate that. I would be like, what the fuck? So I love the style of acting that we get out of wrestlers. It's kind of corny, it's kind of cheesy, it's kind of over the top, but it's fun. It's like a comic book, you know? It's like you're not yelling at the comic book, no, Spider Man, you didn't just do that. I don't believe it. No, you don't give a fuck. You don't look at any of the female characters and go, come on. Nobody would wear that in public. Well, shit. 30, 40 years ago can say that. Nowadays, like everybody's trying to dress up like they want everybody to know what their genitals look like. It's fucking disgusting. I still remember when in my county, when I started to notice people shift in the way they would dress. Women used to dress in a more modest way, and then all of a sudden yoga pants came out, and then almost every woman had to have a pair. And yes, they're comfortable, but I mean, aren't those things for doing yoga or, I don't know, working out? So when people just started to wear them for the fuck of it, that was a clear sign that we were going downhill. And that was like, I don't know. Must have been like 20 years ago. Jesus. 20 years of decline. So, anyways, the website I used to watch stuff on was called Fmovies. And I agree with that title. uh Sadly, the what should I call them? Cocksuckers of America. I don't know. My apologies. The worst scum bastards. How dare you take from the rich? You evil peasant. Fuck you. I don't care. Yeah, no. I mean, it was awesome to have everything I could ever want to watch at my fingertips. You know what that actually ended up doing? It's like you kind of see these things for what they are: worthless, time consuming pieces of shit that don't really even fucking matter, right? When you're forced to pay for this shit, it has a psychological effect on you. You kind of think that, oh, it must be worth something then. This is important. This is worth money. I gotta work so I can pay for this stuff because this must be worth it because it's worth money. You never take into consideration that it's also worth your time and your attention and your mind, your mental state of mind. You might disagree because you might never have considered it. But when you're not in a defensive position mentally against the material you're watching, especially if you think it's funny, captivating, entertaining, whatever, you might not be resisting the ideas you're being confronted with, especially if it's indirect. Like Oliver Stone said in Natural Born Killers through Robert Downey Jr.'s character, repetition works, David. Repetition works. Eventually, the ideas wear down your mind, they infiltrate it, and now you think that, I don't know, abortion is a great idea. Yes, yes. Let's not maybe tell people to, not fuck around. Ridiculous. Stupid. God, what a moron. People are gonna fuck, and that's it. We just have to accept that. But they're gonna get knocked up, and well, we need to kill. We need to kill these things. These babies? No! Fetuses. Yeah, yeah, it's not a baby yet. It's a fetus. Right. Which, by the way, I don't even fucking believe that they destroy the fetus and burn it or whatever. There's too many reports of discoveries. when it comes to fetuses' whereabouts in food, in experiments, being sold for stem cells. Um, I don't care if you don't believe in it. It's the fucking truth. Abortion is murder, but you got to do some research on that if you want to find out yourself. Like anything in life, you're not going to get the answers you want, and you're definitely not going to get them for free. You have to put in the effort. You want the easy answers? They're all over the place. Just ask Google. It'll tell you what to think. Just go to school. They'll tell you what to think. Or turn on Fox News and CNN. Read the New Yorker or whatever the fuck those things are called. I don't know. I don't bother with that shit. They'll always tell you what they want you to think and never what they don't. That's just the way life is. Fmovies was killed. Oh well. Thankfully, there's hundreds, maybe even thousands more websites that will offer free movies and free television shows. If you want to watch it, I think that's the only way you should watch it. If you feel otherwise, if you feel like your money is burning a hole in your pocket and you need to find a way to get rid of it, and that's what you choose to do with money, uh, oh well, go for it, I guess. Now, fuck that. Give it to the poor. And don't give it to a charity. Don't trust those motherfuckers. You personally give it to the poor. You think to yourself, but they're going to use it on drugs. So what? Let them do it. Let them decide. Otherwise, I don't know, buy the shit you think they need or ask them directly. Don't give them money then. Just say, hey, how can I help you? Do that. Fuck the movie. I guarantee you it's not worth it. Is it an old movie that might be worth it? Okay. Still, check it out for free. Who cares? All those people already made a ton of money. They didn't because they lost it because of drugs or whatever other stupid shit. Okay, well, fuck it. Your $3 is probably not going to go to them, anyways. Oh, no, I don't want to talk about that. Oh, man. Okay. Let me put something on here that says that I already talked about this. Can't find a fucking thing. Okay. I heard there was a guy in England, right? Got arrested for a Facebook post. That's disgusting. England. Ah, man. You fucking disappoint me. Can I say that? You're arresting somebody for having an opinion that goes against your establishment because you want people to believe in the bullshit nonsense. Yeah. No offense to English people. I think you're all great. Unless you're an asshole, then fuck you. I know your schooling is better. But the government, you guys. Yeah, and I guess I have to watch my fucking words, don't I? Because otherwise, You're going to terrorize me for having an opinion. Fuck you. Cowards. You know what? I'll just say it like this. I know you can fucking destroy me, but everybody around will notice it. And everybody around should notice it. Because, I don't know, maybe you guys are bad guys. Is that possible? No? It's just your actions are bad, but you're good people? People of England, and I'm talking about the ones in charge. I think you're bad guys. Prove me wrong. Do better. Such bullshit. Kidding me. Fucking guy. Just you did you see the video? The guy's like sitting down, like having an acting like a normal human being, and these gang member cops just break into his house, and he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna be arrested," because I don't think they even told him that it was because he fucking posted an opinion. Scum. I wonder how those cops even feel. Or are they just so mentally brainwashed? They're just so trained to never question anything that they're like, this is what we believe in now. Okay. You're going to arrest somebody for having an opinion. Oh, okay. Fuck, man. I don't want to talk about the Mandela effect. I think that's just so fucking stupid. I'm not saying that it's impossible that we were all in the night just fucking taken to another fucking world, maybe the underworld. Maybe this was the underworld. We used to live in the upside where things are good, and now we're in the opposite side where things are shit. Sure. Why not? But I will say that I think it's more plausible that the big major companies are fucking with you. I saw the Fruit of the Looms logo, that fucking thing, and what they claim it has always been and what it actually used to be. So they're trolling you, right? And here's what intelligent people don't understand. Intelligent people, well, quote unquote intelligent people, are going to be people not actually intelligent, but motherfuckers that went to school, got a bachelor's and a master's degree. I've met a lot of these people. They act like idiots. So, yeah, I don't give a fuck if you have a master's degree. How do you behave? Do you behave like a smart person, or and this is what I've seen, because you have your master's degree, you actually think that you're a superior person, and therefore you allow yourself to act like an inferior person more often. That is what I see. I mean, I haven't met every fucking person with a master's degree, so I would have no idea. I'm not going to fucking say, like, oh, you got a master's degree? You are clearly an idiot. But you might be. They think that it's too big to be true. It couldn't be possible because you would need all these different companies to agree. Ah, that's actually not true. Take the biggest companies, like BlackRock and whatnot, and just give me the the heads of these companies that run everything. So you're going to have a very small group of people. Let's say 1,000, something like that. Now, let's say that they know that Fruit of the Loom's logo used to be something else, not what it is now, and they erased it all, right? Just like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg have done repeatedly with their original projects from the 70s. They changed shit. Now, they didn't deny that they changed it. But if you want to watch an original version, you would have had to have saved your Betamax, your VHS copy, your VCRs, your all that shit. And if you didn't, shit out of luck. We're just lucky that they're not fucking claiming no ET FBI agents were always had a walkie-talkie in their hands. But that's basically what's happening with the Mandela effect and all the other stupid little shit that people say. I heard this happen. No, but I heard this happen. And now they're saying that never happened. Okay. People can lie. Calm down. I know that we're not used to hearing a corporation or many corporations lie, have the same lie. But that's because you've never looked at it from a different perspective. You've never realized that, hey, maybe this 1% really is a thing. It's like we're stupid, right? It's like we know that the 1% exists. They're the ones that are running everything. And yet when we see it in action, we're like, what's going on? You fucking moron. Wake up. It's them. They're just fucking around with you. Look, I know this ties into the whole simulation theory, which is probably a fact, but I want to say that it doesn't fucking matter if we're in a computerized hologram, simulated reality, whatever. It doesn't matter. We can't do anything about that. Here's what does matter that doesn't get mentioned very often. There is a simulation inside of the simulation. That's the one that matters. That 1% of people that are running everything, they're the ones that are making sure that everything is being run backwards and opposites of what it actually is, so that nobody knows the truth or how to do anything, and everyone is codependent on stupid shit because they don't know what reality is. So even if this is a simulation, it's our reality. Okay? So forget that we're in a hologram or whatever. There is a simulation in the simulation. Remember that. Next time you realize that something isn't the way it should be, don't ignore it. It means something. You might not find the information readily available on a fucking search engine. Maybe write it down. Eventually, life will connect it to something else. You'll see. Ooh. All right. I did an hour. I'm glad. My 11th show. And I still haven't fucking learned how to say hello. You're listening to The Brave Traveler. I'm your host, IR. And yeah, that was the 11th episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. And let me play you out with the rest of the song I made, because I think it's pretty cool. Let me know what you think of it. I'll see you later. And now we're all waking up. This is the real life. Just fantasy. Caught in a mudslide. No escape from reality. This is the real life. This is the real life. Just fantasy. This is the real life.